a call from work.
But I haven't had one for a year.
There we go. I'm back. I should be back. Do.
Oh, I'm easy to set grid order. I was the last one. In fact, if you put me behind you,
Is my stream up now, Gaz? Can you tell?
I'm just clicked on it, mate, on the phone.
Yeah, I should be. I'll wait if it is. It's just I'm live here, so.
Yeah, it looks like I got you, bro.
Hello.
Hello, come here.
We have
Can you see me?
We have the
grid
don't be a country
has been changed yet because Eddie Catflap and Grandpa Gary.
You got click it, Gaz.
Once they check in, I'll be able to change it, and then we again will then embark on our 32-lap race, the Ftwrc, the Racing Championship Grand Turismo 7, 30 laps of Daytona, and away we go.
Oh shit!
The entire grid is wrong, Apache, my friend. It is yet to be changed, as I will change it now. Ah!
What did he do then? Did his love legs kick in?
Here we go. So as I change through the grid, it's a good opportunity to go through qualifying. So we have Apache on pole position, followed by Scotty Ray. So it is a 1-2 for PWC for our third place. So it is Iron Max, and then in third place. And then we have in fourth Grandsta, followed by Capitan Jinx just behind. Then behind Capitan Jinx, we have Rhodesy, one of the newcomers of the league, but shown very well that he is more than capable of competing in this. And then Mia Skinner. I don't need to say who the position behind Mia Skinner is, because if it's not a position in front, it's a position behind. It's Old Van Stew.
Congenitally
From there, we then
Mia
have
and
Me
Stew
High,
show.
followed by Eddie Catflap, up in 10th place, followed by Scooby. Then we have Demo and Grandpa Gary. So we will apply those changes. And Patchy has left the party again, so we'll quickly send him an invite, and then hopefully we will get back on our way.
How's the
I think mine and Tino's
Why
did.
are you putting that in chat?
Oh, that was from earlier on, before we'd clicked in. We didn't click in, so they couldn't set the lobby. It's our fault, Gaz.
Oh well.
He's back. Mr. Apache is back.
And there we have Apache back in, so we have the grid set as it should be now. That's Apache on the front row with Scotty.
I am starting on hard, Gaz, alright?
And Grandsta. So, if everyone wants to make sure they're on the correct tyre, if everyone wants to make sure that they are ready to go, and we will begin eventually 32 laps of Gran Turismo 7 game footage around an American track with long corners and an infield.
Is everything looking and sounding alright, Mrs. Sauce? Yeah.
Oh.
Right, so it's the uno momento, and we will begin.
Oh no, went down to your attack operate. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Thank you very much, Mr. Jules.
Alrighty, in the words of the great Marvin Gaye, let's get it on.
I heard it through the grapevine,
So we have
wasn't it?
Apache and Scotty Ray at the front. Apache do very well for a beginner, as he says there.
I don't know, I was sitting on the dock with Otis.
Starting as an A+, it could only get worse from there, can't get any better.
It's the hot weather, Oxy. When the weather gets too hot in England, it's like when it snows. Just collapses everything.
So here we go, we have Apache.
You let him know I'm streaming as well, eh, please?
Scotty Ray.
Just say, if you want to say hello.
I have 5 lights. As lights out and the race is on. It was a long haul for the lights there. Oh, we've got so much snow off the line there, as we see. And oh, that's a massive jump, because now we have Mia Skinner just ahead of Old Man Stu now, on the right, looking on the inside of Rosie. He's going to get the extra place there, but Old Man Stu holding together, staying wide. Oh, Miha's gone flying down the inside there. It looked like there might have been contact, but it looked like it was very close. But either way now, it is what's race. But Mia Skinner doing very well now, ahead of Grenster, and coming towards and really attacking. She's now in the 4th place. Only Scotty Ray, Iron Match and Apache ahead. Grenster down to 5th. And we have Apache still out in the front. But the talking point there is now Old Man Stu 7th, Mia Skinner 4th. And we can see now, not sure what happened, but behind now has dropped down back to 9th, right behind Scooby, as he follows Scooby through the horseshoe towards, that spin in the background. I didn't quite see who that was, and I think it's going to park out. Just almost, he almost held it together, but the grass verge is so unforgiving.
Plenty of time left, mate. Plenty of time.
That happen tonight. There will be many of the same incidents as it comes round. Apache now leads from Iron Max from Scotty Ray. Scotty Ray losing the position of Iron Max. The 3 cars at the front. Apache Motorsport TWC drivers, all trying to prove they are the best. Apache certainly in 1st place, Scotty, but then we have Mia Skinner really pushing the issue behind them, but Rosie is given just as much as he gets, and now behind them, Old Man Stu now in the 6th place. So it seems that whenever Mia Skinner makes a step forward, Old Man Stu makes the same steps in relation to where we get, but he's got Grenster all over the back room right now. Behind Grenster, we've got Scooby. Scooby's now being pressured by Mihai. On a track like this, the slipstream is crucial. You don't want to pull out with the slipstream too early and lose momentum, but you don't want to stay there too long and risk losing positions in the corners. Now coming up behind, we see Damo sees all of this unfolding in front of him as he comes down the 1st corner, just keeping his nose clean, making sure he stays in front of Mihai, who's doing a very good job now. And then further back, we've got Eddie Catflap as he comes round. He's coming round the horseshoe, closely followed by Capitan Jinx as they come round. Capitan Jinx might have an opportunity here because they are coming towards the dog's leg, and that makes Eddie Catflap cry like a cat in a bag. Eddie Catflap does just set the best sector time though, so I will eat my words. So came right up close to Scooby, who is not giving Grandster an inch. But then we have Old Man Stew, one place ahead. Old Man Stew, he's going to have eyes in the back of his head, but he doesn't want to. He wants to be focusing forward. He sets the best sector time of that sector as well. As he now comes flying through,
everybody sets the best sector
he's
time.
wanted to make waves. He's wanted to close the gap on Rhodesy, and he's hoping that Rhodesy puts the pressure on Mia Skinner so that she slows her down as well. And a Old Man Stew sets another sector time. The timing board matching the colour of his car. Unbelievable. As he comes through here, making there. Oh, he's took a lot of curve there, but I think that should be alright. I think he's dancing with the devil, but it's enough to get him the fastest sector time again. And if Dancing with the Devil can gain a few positions, he will sell his soul to finish ahead of Mia Skinner in this race. But Mia Skinner knows that that is the case. So she is trying to outrun hell itself. But unfortunately, she's got to outrun Rhodesy first, because he's not letting her get away. As they come into the first corner, the concertina effect shows that in front, the three drivers, we have Scotty Ray, Iron Max, and Apache, and you could throw a blanket over the three of them. They are closer than triplets right now. They are pushing right now. Apache just squirreling, managing to keep it on the medium tyres. Oh, it shows how bad the degradation is that Apache's not on soft. They're all on medium, and they are matched on tyres, on fuel, on ability. And as they now come round the second horseshoe, trying to line themselves up. It's not about who gets to this apex first, it's about who gets out of this apex first. And as we see now, wide entry, as Iron Max comes across, got to take a bit of a tighter corner, putting himself wider up on the turn, but does now have gravity on his side. He's got the slipstream of two cars in front of him. Looking back,
Eddie, Skinner still get challenged by
Rhodes.
You're mate.
Lucas is telling me that the streams aren't loading
right
because
now, we will stay with Scotty Ray, because from there we can see just ahead of him Iron Max and Apache.
Well, so my stream's not on then.
Inches away from each other as they go through now.
Lucas has just messaged me saying that
much of that corner
can't
is
be loading
and every single one of them is identically distanced away from each other.
Oh dear.
It's like watching synchronized swimming, but they're not in the water. And Apache now, he's got to be aware that the drivers behind don't have a tyre advantage, don't have weight advantage, don't have fuel advantage. But Iron Max has his slipstream and Scotty Ray has too. So Scotty Ray really not biding his time, because by the end of this straight, he'll be close.
Looks like NASCAR have got me then, does it?
Iron Max if he doesn't get it right, but he doesn't do that.
Hey David, so
the first horseshoe. And this is honestly synchronized skill right here. And I can see the rest of this race going the same way. As Apache's the first one into the horseshoe, Iron Max right behind, and again Scotty Ray. There are less than a second between the three of them, and because of the slipstream and because of how in tune they are, the gap between themselves and Rhodesy, who's got past Mia Skinner. I didn't see that happen. Mia Skinner now sitting in the slipstream of Rhodesy. So as they come through now, that means, as you would imagine, there is one space between Mia Skinner and Old Man Stew. And Old Man Stew right now will be licking his lips, because Rhodesy is going to want to keep Mia Skinner behind. And that's exactly what Old Man Stew wants him to do, because he can see it in front of him now. He wants them to battle, and just ahead of them, he can see the synchronized driving of the three TWC guys out in the lead. And the gap now between himself and Mia Skinner staying less than a second. He's got his best sector time, and as long as he's
apparently my stream's on.
But no one coming through here. He knows he's got to be careful, because he knows he's got a penalty before coming through here.
Yeah, fucking streaming this.
And he's done that very, very well. And he's gone through there quick, and he's seen up ahead. Mia Skinner just having a little bit of a fight with the traction of the back wheels, and as a result, we can see the timing now. 100 by 100th. Old Man Stew is closing the gap. And now
yes, waiting for Mrs. Saul, so
closing as well. She's never been one to allow pressure to get to her. However, this is a different kettle of fish between these two. after 6 rounds of race to be 4 points apart, after the sprint race to be only 1 point difference from that. This is a level of pressure that I've not seen a lot of drivers under before. So no matter how calm and composed I can be, this is different. She's like a fish out of water, which is a surprise, because if you were, Eddie Catflap would be all over you. But unfortunately, he's not, because you're rapid, and so is Old Man Stu, and you are pulling each other along toward the front of the grid. And Old Man Stu is now within a second of that. And Mia Skinner really just has to keep her head out of here and really just focus on driving the way she can, because the dirty air of Rosie in front is going to have an effect. And if Mia Skinner goes into some of these tight corners too quick, may get caught out by that dirty air, at which point Old Man Stu will be waiting in the wings to just sneak in and take that position, as he has done many times before, and as he has had done to himself many times before. And now the pair of them, there is 0.3 of a second between them, and I don't think that this battle is going to end anytime soon. They are both on the same tyres. They will be pitting around about the same time, and after only 5 laps of this race, I am losing my voice. This is insane. Grindster now 3 seconds behind. He does have a half
I'm just running my own race. I'm on hards.
3 seconds behind.
I reckon they're on mediums.
Now we're on board, looking to the right, and Damo's got the run. Damo is just squeezing ahead now. He is on the outside, so he isn't going to have the best line, but coming into the corner, he does have the opportunity now to dip in front, and Scobie gives him the space. Damo backing out wisely then. Didn't want to cause the issue. He knew he could have gone for it, but the mistake of doing so, if he got it wrong, could have been the game over. So he now took back in behind Scobie, only 0.3 behind. As we look further back now, there is just over a second gap between Damo and Mihai, who's, Scobie's got a little bit wide. Damo looks like he might be wanting to take that position, and Damo squeezes his way in. Very well done there. Opportunity driving, completely unbelievable. Didn't force the issue going into the corner, waited for an opportunity, takes it and then parks it defensively on the inside, unbelievably well, giving Scooby no chance of an attack. But Scooby now knows, coming out of this corner, if he gets a good run, he has Damo's slipstream, and he has it for a good 20 seconds before they get to the Le Mans chicane. Seeing all this happening from behind Mihai. Mihai now is slowly creeping up on them as well. This battle plays into Mihai's hand, because there's a nearly 5-second gap between himself and Eddie Catflap and Capitan Jinx behind. So he knows he doesn't have to worry about going particularly quickly. He just needs to not make a mistake. And if anything happens between Scooby and Damo, the race and the position is his for the take. And as he comes through, making the most of the track, cuts that a lot, but I think it should be all right. Mihai on the hard tyres, Scooby and Damo on the medium. So Scooby and Damo have the grip advantage, but the level of degradation in this heat, I wouldn't be surprised to see the hard tyres provide more grip with just a couple of laps time. Saying that, it might not take that, because Mihai close the slipstream of Damo, getting pulled on, but Mihai even closer to Scooby. As they come down towards the fourth corner, Scooby defends the inside line really well, and it just makes sure that Mihai doesn't even go for the move, because he knew it wasn't worth it. Now Damo sees this battling behind. Can one of these cars slow each other down enough for someone to take advantage? This is reminiscent of the front three. It's synchronized. They're inches apart. Unbelievable competitivity. If you were to isolate this, there is no way anyone would ever think that this is the battle for 8th position. This is worthy of winning a race, this level of racecraft. And Damo just now starting to edge himself away as Scooby's under pressure by Mihai, having to worry about what's coming from behind, and it's taking a bit of the weight off Damo's shoulders. Now, speaking of someone who needs to take some weight off the shoulders and everywhere else, Eddie Catflap, 12th position. He's now dropped over 2 seconds behind Capitan Jinx, also on the hard tyre. So Eddie Catflap and Capitan Jinx are looking a little bit longer into the race. Everyone else ahead from Scooby, well, Scooby and Damo, medium tyres, they're going to be coming in quite a bit sooner. But then the next step up from there is Grenster. And Grenster on the hard tyres, and we know what Grenster's strategy's like. We know how precise he can be, and we know that he can talk to his tyres and get them to do what he wants them to do. So he's going to be looking further into the race.
Oh,
And
that's
that's something that old man Stu with the half a second penalty is going to be aware of, because he's going to be having to pit, same as everyone else. And old man Stu's coming in now. Old man Stu cut these losses, given the penalty, a very wise move as he now comes in. So does Damo. And in a race like this, sometimes diving into the pit is the best thing you can do. You come out, you've got clean air. You're not worrying about battling, you're not worrying about defending. You have a chance to race your own race. And what a race this is turning out to be after only 7 laps. So Eddie Catflap now nearly 4 seconds adrift of Capitan Jinx, who is now 3 seconds behind Mihai. Now, given the battle that was just been taken, I'm sure Mihai's going to have a bit of relief now that he's got a bit of space for himself. Now he's in a position where those hard tyres aren't going to be depreciating behind other drivers. Capitan Jinx, the driver,
because they're A+ drivers, mate.
So it's not like he's going to have to worry about pit strategy given himself.
7 laps, Eddie, I'm a minute behind.
He makes a mistake.
Well, they're A+ drivers, mate. You're racing 3 maxis.
Haven't been so distracted by the quality of racing in the middle of the field. Going back to the front now, we're seeing Apache out in front, and then it is Scotty Ray, and 1.5 seconds behind that is Iron Max. So although still very, very close, Iron Max has to drop back just a little bit, and 1.5 seconds is not a long amount of time, but in terms of the level of racing that these guys compete at, that could be an eternity if left unchecked. So Iron Max is going to have to make the most of this time. All on the medium tyres, all the front 3. Apache cut right down onto the apron. Very, very quick, but also very risky in terms of keeping control of the car. But it's nothing more or nothing less than Apache is capable of doing. And he's willing to take those risks because he will risk it because he loves the chocolate biscuit. So now, Scotty Ray actually looking like he's got a little bit more fuel in, so he's been a little bit more efficient with his fuel. His tyres are looking a little bit better, as is Iron Max behind. That is indicative of the way Apache drive. Apache will try to get 110% out of anything that you give him, and 9 times out of 10, he gets 120. But every now and again, that 120 means he finishes 20% short. So let's hope that he can make these tyres last as long as they need to this time. Has he learned his lesson?
I spun out.
He's just going to go completely balls to the wall for the entire 2 laps. We will wait and see. Now looking back, Rhodesy has developed a 2-second gap over himself and Mia Skinner. Mia Skinner now running in 5th place. 2 seconds adrift of Rhodesy. Behind Mia Skinner is Grenster. Grenster is on the hard tyre. Mia Skinner looking very well after our tyres. The fuel is starting to go, but looking well after those tyres compared to some of the others. But Grenster on the hard tyre cannot compete when it comes to tyre longevity with someone of Grenster's quality on the hard tyre. So if he keeps his head up about him, he keeps his racing clean, which he always does, there are positions to be gained very, very soon. As we look further back now, 6 seconds behind is Scooby, who now has a 4-second advantage over Mihai. As they come through the Le Mans chicane, down the back stretch, coming around the final corner, Scooby now on the medium tyres, just starting to lose it. He's going to be having to pit within a lap or 2 for fuel regardless, but after those tyres very, very well. He is doing great. And then we've got Mihai, 1.5 seconds ahead of Capitan Jinx, who does have a 0.5 second penalty, of which he serves now. He then comes towards, as he comes round, Old Man Stu now. On the terms of timing, you might look for 13 seconds adrift, but only being 13 seconds adrift after a pit stop isn't very bad in this race, because now he is on fresh, hard tyres. He's topped up his fuel tank, not all the way, because he doesn't know quite how much he'll need, and he doesn't want to overfuel, because that'll spend too long in the pits, and it will also weigh the car down. So Old Man Stu clearly thinking that filling up just enough, knowing he's going to have to pit again, knowing that chances are these hard tyres are not going to last 22 laps. So he's edging his bets here, making sure not putting too much fuel in, not weighing down the car too much, and we'll see how that goes. We've got Eddie Catflap behind, starting on the hard tyre, doing very well here. His fuel's looking good as well. He's still got a few laps in him. As he comes round, still with a 4.5 second gap between himself and Damo behind him, doing very well at the minute. Damo on the medium tyres now as he comes round after a pit stop as well. Not bad at all. Now as we look back, oh, unfortunately, dropping further back into the front garage, but that's because he has front end damage, and it is very difficult to compete with damage. And I can see that he's doing very well to stay out, given the fact that he has that damage. But actually, it's unfortunate because anyone in his position would be slowed, would be hindered in the same way, especially when it's the front bumper and left wheel, because a lot of the pressure goes on the right hand side. But when you come to these corners, when you come to the horseshoe, those are the tightest corners on the track, and they rely on the grip of that front left wheel. Very unfortunate to have that damage. Very unfortunate. Doing very well to keep his car on the track altogether the way that it is. And we'll see Mia Skinner. Mia Skinner's now in the pits, and she's in the pit box as Old Man Stu crosses the start-finish line. So what we are going to see here is a change of position. And Old Man Stu now in 8th place, and Mia Skinner yet to leave the pit box. So after one round of pits, Mia Skinner's going to come out of the pits. She's fueling right up because she knows if she pits again, she wants to be in and she wants to be out. But as a result now, Mia Skinner coming out on a hard tyre in 12th place. That's 4 places adrift of Old Man Stu, who still has a lot of life left in those hard tyres. They are relatively fresh, and this is massive. That level of distance between the two, if Old Man Stu can somehow maintain this consistency and maintain this gap, he is going to make the final round of the season unbelievably difficult for Mia Skinner. And it'll be an uphill battle, but we're only a third of the way into this race yet, and it only takes 10 seconds for the entire race to change. As you see now, Iron Max coming into the pits, so he really has burnt that fuel low, and look how much of the mediums he's used. Really pushed it, really got the most out of it. The last thing you want to do is come into the pits with relatively fresh tyres, or come into the pits with a full fuel tank. He has absolutely nailed it. And now Scooby in the pits behind him as well. Scooby's 4th position ahead of me high as he takes the pit stop. So now this gives Grandster a chance to go through in 2nd place, Scotty Ray. But looking down the grid, what we have here coming on is on fresh mediums after his out lap. First flying lap now is Apache. 5th place for him. Fresh mediums, more than half a fuel tank. He's got his sights set on the top, and he's not going to rest until he gets there. But ahead of him until then, we have Capitan Jinx. Very, very good performance so far for Capitan Jinx, but that fuel tank's not looking the heaviest, and those tyres starting to fall apart a little bit, but they are a hard tyre, so they can last a bit longer. But it's all in a temperature like this and around a track like this, fuel management is just as important as tyre degradation. That also sees Mihai up in the 3rd place. Again, on the hard tyre, really making the most out of it, really pushing every single ounce of fuel and maximising the potential of the car.
Cheers, guys.
Given the race that it is, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in this race we don't see someone just starting to run out of fuel. Not any, probably anyway. But we will wait and find out. But as I say that, Apache now closing the gap as Apache sets the fastest sector time over that 3rd sector, and he is now closing in. But as we see up at the front, Scotty Ray comes into the pits with an empty fuel tank. If there was ever a way to maximise his stint, he has about 1 corner's worth of rubber left on his rear right tyre. He has nothing left in the fuel tank, but he now enters the pits in 1st. Grandster follows him in. Grandster also, fuel needs to be taken. Mihai also. So we're seeing the hard tyre runners now having to come in regardless of tyre weight, because the fuel is disapparating out top turn. So now Iron Max fresh hot tyres, more than half a fuel tank, doing very, very well at the moment. followed by Old Man Stu. Again, Old Man Stu doing very well on those hard tyres. Knows he just needs to keep himself where he is, and he's going to have an advantage over Mia Skinner because Mia Skinner has fairly fresh hard tyres. The difference is, in terms of fuel, it looks like Old Man Stu's going to have to come into the pits again to refuel, but I don't think his tyres are going to be dead by then. I think potentially by not fueling more, I think Old Man Stu potentially might have just wasted a bit of the life of the rubber on his tyres, whereas Mia Skinner, looking back, may have stayed in the pits a good few seconds longer, but Mia Skinner not only has fresh hard tyres, she has a freshly filled tank. So this really is something that Mia Skinner can take into the later stages of the race. And that is what's going to close the gap between herself and Old Man Stu. It just goes to show they might not be together on track, but they are still battling with each and every corner, with each and every turn of the wheel. It does not matter if they're in each other's vicinity. They are fighting each other. Now Grenster, 7th place, 6 seconds adrift of Old Man Stu as it stands, 4 seconds clear of Damo. So he's on fresh mediums. So Grenster coming out after his stint on hards, wanted to gain a little bit of time. He knows there are positions available to be taken ahead of him. Now looking back, we see Mia Skinner. Mia Skinner is only 8/10 behind Damo right now. So Damo on the medium tyre, full tank hard tyres right up behind Damo.
Hello.
So if Mia Skinner can use
Gary
the
slipstream,
it will be in her benefit. But if she tries to follow closely through the corners, then inadvertently the dirty air behind may cause some problems. So in them situations, you've got to figure out it's a trade-off. Do you want the slipstream? Do you want the dirty air? Can you make the overtake without making a mistake, or is it better to sit in behind it? Damo goes a little bit wide, knows it's not worth fighting with the tyre advantage. Mia Skinner takes advantage of that and says, thank you very much, Damo. I'm going to go and look at the Grenster. But there is a gap and a half to close the Grenster. But if Damo can sit in the slipstream of Mia Skinner, there is a chance that he too will reach Grenster. But Grenster just out on the fresh mediums, and we know what Grenster can do with these tyres. We know the way Grenster thinks. Not one comment ahead, not 2 corners ahead. He thinks races in advance ahead. Grenster doesn't even know what track it's going to be next week, and he's already got a game plan. This man is working on a different level. Still 5.5 seconds behind Old Man Stu, who again is making use of these hard tyres, but the fuel is starting to dwindle. So he needs to absolutely push these tyres to the limit to make sure that he gets the absolute most, or he's going to have to come in for fuel and not change tyres, which is still a very viable option. But again, it's not maximising the best use of time, whereas Mia Skinner is clearly looking more of efficiency over ability. Has ability anyway, that made it sound disrespectful. It's not, no, like trade-off. But very efficient is Mia Skinner's strategy right now, whereas Old Man Stu's is more aggressive. Old Man Stu is driving like he wants to be ahead. Mia Skinner's driving like she's waiting for someone to let her go ahead. Both opposite ends of the scale, both completely different mindsets, yet both have almost the exact same result. Now a flip further to the front, we just see Arden Max there, second faster second time through there, as he comes to the second horseshoe, the left horseshoe, which is a right-hander. It's a bit confusing, but it's all about perspective. You can see Apache now right up behind Rosie ahead of him. So if we're on board with Arden Max now, we can see how tight that is, and you can also see from this level that step, it takes undulation to a next level. It's an angle that hypotenuse wouldn't know. As he comes flying around now, you can see Apache ahead of him. He's slowly closing the gap, and he's got a very good run out of that corner. And before long, he's going to have that slipstream. And you can just see there, Apache is just the slipstream ahead of him. Apache on the medium tyres. Apache has damage. Oh, I didn't see that happen. So Apache having front end and front right tyre damage. Maybe that is indicative of why, with the slipstream, Iron Max is right behind. Apache is just sucking him along right behind him. And now he's bringing him right in. And Iron Max looking, he's got a little bump there, he's just making sure, he's like, he's pushing him along. Apache peels into the pits there. There was a part of us that thought he might have been through on a dummy. He's that kind of guy, but no.
Can't believe Gary's fault.
Iron Max up in the third place. That means Rhodesy, with the medium tyres, is now in second place. So that is not necessarily a strategic call. It isn't because people need to pit. Rhodesy is legitimately now right in the podium position. What a race this is so far for Rhodesy. He's got fuel in the tank. He's got plenty of life in the medium tyres. And the one driver ahead of him now is Scotty Ray. Unbelievable start to the race. As we ride on board with Scotty Ray. Cuts that going, making an excellent racing line there. Very good use. As again you can see, his fuel in relation to his medium tyres. So I would imagine, looking down there, when his medium tyres begin to drop off, that's when his fuel tank will almost be empty. And he really has timed this well, because if you have to pit with life in your tyres, that's wastage. If you have to pit and there's plenty of fuel in the tank, but not enough for the rest, that's wastage. This is highly efficient, considering how aggressive he drives. Unbelievable performance. Rhodesy the same. His fuel levels and his tyres are very well matched as he comes into the Le Mans chicane. As you can see up ahead, Scotty Ray holding his ground. He's got a lot of corner there, but I think Rhodesy will be getting away with that. And as we look now, he's set the fastest sector time there. And if you look at the time difference, Scotty Ray is pulling away 1,000th of a second every second, so it's virtually nothing at all. So Rhodesy really hanging here, really throwing down with the heavyweights and proving he deserves to be there, and this isn't just by chance. Third place now, we'll look back and we've got Iron Max. We know Iron Max is already a heavyweight, in theory, and he's going to make those hard tyres last as long as he can. He's got enough fuel in the tank there. As we reach the halfway point of the race, Iron Max now really with a point to prove. He's only had 2 races so far and amassed 53 points already, and as a result, after the sprint race, is on 57 points. So of the 17 people that have scored points so far this season, Iron Max has outscored 10 of those 17 people in 2 races. Absolutely phenomenal introduction to the Ftwrc, and he is continuing that form tonight, and he is continuing to show why he deserves to have that A+ rating next to his name in this game, which is Gran Turismo 7, and definitely not real life footage from this American track. Looking back now, we see as well, Mia Skinner again. Plenty life in the hard tyres, plenty fuel. Where's old man Stu? He's down in 9th, medium tyres. He's fueled enough to match the medium tyres. Again, efficiency is everything, and he's done well here. I think he's matched this well, and now he's going to be using his slipstream. Oh, Scooby PCM and Capitan Jim just up ahead of him, but he also knows that the man behind him on track, it's Apache. Apache, plenty fuel on hard tyres. This is unbelievable. This is a strategy we do never see from Apache. Seldom do we see Apache gear up for the long term. He's got enough fuel to finish the race, and if he treats these tyres well, he's got enough on them hard tyres to finish the race. This is what we call a role reversal, and if we see Apache now come back from this position and finish in the top 3, it just goes to show the versatility that this driver has got, that he can take his absolute die-hard, guaranteed to work strategy, throw it out of the window and say, listen, if you're going to say that on commentary, Martin, I'm going to say to you, watch this. And now he's doing exactly what is needed for this race, and it's exactly what's needed for me to shut up and move forward. Old man Stu, who's now looking for a position to get past Scooby. Scooby doing very well to defend there. Scooby on the hard tyres with plenty of fuel. So Scooby's got a little bit deep. Oh, curse of the commentator, but guess who's done the same thing? It's Apache behind. Apache, I spoke too soon. He's gone a little bit too aggressive on those tyres. He uses hard tyres so irregularly that maybe it just brought him out. His fuel tank's heavier than usual. His tyres are harder than usual, and he pushes to the limit on every corner. And did he just push a few inches too far? Regardless of what happened, Old Man Stu, now in 8th place. He has nearly 3 seconds between himself and Capitan Jinx. Capitan Jinx, almost the same fuel level, but his tyres are a little bit less. So if Old Man Stu keeps his head about him, that could be a position that will give itself to him in time. Now moving forward, we look at the tyres of Old Man Stu, fresh on the medium, just over half a tank of fuel. Now we skip forward to Mia Skinner. More than half a tank of fuel, more than enough for the rest of the race. But has Mia gone onto those hard tyres a touch too early? Because it's only going to be another 2 or 3 laps and those will be halfway down. And it might not be enough to get to the end. We know Mia is a very talented driver. We know that she's very, very thoughtful, thinks ahead.
25.
But have we seen a slight oversight? Could this be the first time we've seen the pressure get to Mia Skinner, and the first time she might have actually just misjudged the tyre situation here? I hope I am wrong, but if that is the case, Old Man Stu might have this race slowly starting to fall into his grasps here.
I may be last,
he
but I don't
has
care.
to take the same as Mia, but with the fresher tyres, this could be, oh, who would have thought, a drag race to the line. Apache now looking back, he's past Scooby. Scooby's still half a second behind, but now Apache's got his sights set on Old Man Stu. There's enough of a gap now for Old Man Stu not to have to worry and not have to look in his mirrors. And he now will be hoping that Scooby really starts to try to show his attacking prowess and make moves. Because if Scooby can put the pressure on Apache and gain a position or two for himself, that means Old Man Stu's going to be free rein to try to close this gap. But he also knows that if Apache manages to get away from Scooby early enough, that he's going to have his full set of tyres and a full tank of fuel to go. And at that point, the only person that'll be able to stop Apache is Apache. And it's not something we'll want to see, but we've seen it once or twice. But Apache, in this position, is the only person that can stop himself. So as long as he keeps his head on his shoulders and starts doing everything that's right, then he is going to be finishing in a lot better position than what he is in now. We really see Apache play the long game. I think he's played it to perfection today. So as the grid slowly starts to spread out a little bit, everyone on different pit strategies, everyone on a different wavelength, just making sure they do what they need to do, get their race right. Just for a little while, we just follow Scotty Ray as he's out in front, 2.5 seconds ahead of Rhodes, doing very well to stay within the distance. As Scotty has a little bit of a wobble there, still plenty of life in his medium tyres, and again, by the time those medium tyres are depreciated, you'll lose fuel as well, so it looks like he may have timed this to perfection.
That was not the optimum racing line there.
As you've seen there, great shot, overhead shot there. Just really demonstrated the difference in time between Scotty, Rhodesy and Nigel Maxwell. Also showed that all on the same race line, all on the same pace, And again, this gap between all of them is very, very consistent. Nobody's so far making any mistakes. No one falling out of line. Everyone doing what they have to do. As you can see, as we look there, on the top left side of Rosie's car, in dark blue, the word discipline. And that is exactly what's being shown today, and it's exactly what is needed.
Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
As we look back through here and see old man Stu, again, very efficient with his tyres and his fuel as he is. Over 3 seconds the gap between himself and Apache now. Again, Apache looks like if he can keep this rhythm, he may be good for the end of the race, at which point position after position will give themselves up. And that's what he's hoping for. He's thinking strategically, he's thinking tactically. And it could be a stroke of genius. Now behind him, still out on his hard tyre, really making those work. Scooby's been on those hard tyres for a long time now, and he still has more than half a fuel tank, so he's doing well, and he's making sure he's maximising every part of this race, because quite frankly, it's hell. Temperature like this, tyre degradation being so high, and the way the fuel's burning, it really takes thought. It's not just about hitting apexes, it's about managing. Now Damo doing very well on the soft tyre. He's got more laps out of those soft tyres than I would have expected so far. He still has life in them, he still has fuel, and looking at the tyres and the fuel in relation to each other, I think he's made a strategic master stroke here as well, because I think he's not wasting no tyres, no fuel, as England go in for the hydration break. 0-0. Eddie Catflap, plenty life left in those hard tyres. I would imagine, having to come in to the pits for fuel soon, I would imagine he's not going to change his tyres on the next pit stop, because there is still more than half of the life left in those hard tyres, and a lot of fuel. He's not going to want to waste time changing those tyres, unless he changes to fresh hards and goes to the end of the race. But it may be quicker to keep on those hards, fuel a little bit, and then come out for the last 3 or 4 laps on the soft tyres. I don't know what he's thinking, because he doesn't know what he's thinking, but I'm interested to find out. As Rhodesy, Iron Max and Grenstar all come into the pits. Rhodesy, 3% of his fuel tank, Grenstar 9, Iron Max.
No, I've got 3 laps of fuel left.
Still had tyres. What we're going to see
You bring me in
here,
at
fresh tyres going on.
24.
So it's 47 litres in the tank for Rhodesy. It's 49 litres in the tank for Iron Max. But then we see the back row just coming out of there. Mihai and Capitan Jinx neck and neck, and it looks, oh my word! Capitan Jinx, oh, nearly went round the outside. Mihai defending that brilliantly on the inside line, but now he has Capitan Jinx looking right behind, and Capitan Jinx could be looking for a move here. You're not going to get it in the dog's leg unless Mihai goes wide, which he has, but he's defending the inside line. Capitan Jinx going deep. Capitan Jinx looking on the outside of the second horseshoe. Can he make this move stick? Not quite. Mihai, unbelievable car positioning there as they now head toward the tight left-hander, going into the embankment to start the long sweeping left onto the backstretch. What a little battle that was on the infield. George, Capitan Jinx almost losing it there, but holding it together well. His back right tyre is starting to cry, but Mihai's on the same. The tyre difference is immeasurable, but there is a little bit more in the fuel tank of Capitan Jinx. So could that save Capitan Jinx the few tenths of a second that he needs to get a jump over Mihai in the pits? Oh, he's gone deep. Mihai breaking away all day and manages to dust the whole Capitan Jinx up. But now Capitan Jinx less than 2 tenths behind as they come sweeping around. And he's looking on the outside, he's going high up on the apron. He's going to be looking to get a cut back down using the embankment to get himself a little bit of a run going in. But Mihai doing unbelievably well to keep his car in place, to give him a squeeze, to prevent that cutback. But the pace that Capitan Jinx has around the outside, and Capitan Jinx is just edging ahead. But if we're now looking on board with Mihai, we can see that he's followed the line of the apron, he's got the inside line, and he's gone for it. Mihai's gone for it, and there's a little bit of contact. They give each other space, the side by side, they're going through, and he just backs off Mihai there just to avoid any kind of problems. Only him and Capitan Jinx were so close. Capitan Jinx comes through. Both did very well to keep the positioning of the car the way he did there. But now Grandster, fresh medium tires, smells blood, and he is going to be wanting these positions.
Bang on some mediums, because we've got to use the second compound.
Like a gorilla picks nits out of his brother. Unbelievable positioning by all of these drivers. Now Grandster pulls to the outside. He knows he's not going around the outside there, but he's going to give himself an excellent run out of the corner. But Mihai parks himself. Oh! He parked himself on the apex, but just too much, and he gets on the grass, loses it just a little bit, and it is Capitan Jinx' rear right tyre is really starting to betray him now. As he goes round, and it just shows there, yes, he had a wobble, yes, he had to give a little bit of time away, but he's a second and a half down on his fastest time at the minute, and it is no coincidence that his back right tyre is almost packed with bags to go on holiday. It's not even there. But now Scotty Ray in the pits, his tyre is the same. Now his back tyre was inches away from divorce, but so's his fuel tank. So now he comes into the pits, and the way that he has managed to use them both proportionately, the relationship between his fuel and his tyres, it's like marriage. Now he's got these fresh tyres on. How much fuel is he going to put in? There are 7 laps of this race left, and he's got just less than half a tank. That should be enough. He's got the hard tyres on. Scotty Ray is now 9 seconds in the lead of this race, and he's got himself fueled up and suited and booted for the rest of the race. So if Scotty Ray does not make a mistake here, we should be seeing Scotty Ray bringing back another victory after last week's unfortunate mistake, after last week disconnecting, after the problems he had to overrule. Could we see a resurgence here? And is this Scotty Ray putting his mark down, putting his stamp on this league and letting everyone know that it doesn't matter if he misses a race or two, he's still going to be at the top of the pack? And it's second place behind now. Still, hard tyres, plenty fuel. Probably not good on medium. Rhodesy. But the problem he has is that the driver behind his time, as we ride on board with him, as you can see in the distance, closing Rhodesy down. He has got the tyre advantage. He's on the medium tyre, Rhodesy on the hards. Both have almost identical amount of fuel in the tank. And a fastest second time again for Iron Max. And he's hoping that this slipstream of roads just pulls him along and the dirty air doesn't affect him going through the corner. But with that increased level of grip that he has over roads because of the medium tyres, he's going to be making this move quick. He's going to be wanting to get himself out in front before these tyres start to fall apart. Because at this stage of the race, he's got enough fuel to last, as has Rhodesy. There's enough time on the board for these tyres to start to suffer, but the hard tyres of Rhodesy will definitely get him to the end here. So this really is a case of Iron Max needs to make the move, needs to get this race under control, so he's in a position to then control the race. But at the moment, it's advantage Rhodesy. As a further back now as well, Apache. As we can see, Apache's come out, but the way he drives, he's so fast, he's gained so much time, but as a result, these tyres are just starting to go. He may still have life in them, enough to finish, but he's really pushing those tyres, and you can see how much he wants this. Apache currently leading the whole grid, currently leading the pack, but it's only 15 points. 15 points can disappear, and the driver that is closest to him in the field is that man you see through his windscreen, Grandster, and there was less than 2 seconds between them. But Grandster has fairly fresh medium tyres and about the same level of fuel, So Greenster can make these medium tyres last. Apache's in trouble because Iron Max, he's got fresh mediums. Rhodesy, fresh hards. Scotty Ray is 97 seconds out in the lead, and he's got legitimately fresh hard tyres and enough fuel. So Scotty Ray, really, this race is now Scotty's to lose, and I can't see it happening, but stranger things happen at sea. So got Rhodesy now less than half a second ahead of Iron Max, who was sitting in the slipstream as we ride on board with Iron Max. Look at how close they follow. Both taking a very same racing line because, oh no! Iron Max has gone down the inside! Iron Max has looked down the inside and he's got the space. Oh, but it's the old switcheroo! Oh, Rhodesy takes the position back as soon as he loses it. Very well played by Rhodesy there. Knew exactly what was happening and he let it play into his hands. Iron Max just going a little bit deep, but now Iron Max still less than a second behind. Oh, Rhodesy goes a little bit wide, he's on the grass! Oh, how did Rhodesy hold that together there? I will never know. Unbelievable car control as we ride on board now with Iron Max looking down the inside of the Don thing. He has the inside of the second horseshoe, so he's coming round. He's going to want to just park this on the apex, and he has unbelievably well. Great defensive driving from Iron Max, but now he does have Rhodesy right behind, but he also has the tyre advantage. Now this is an opportunity. Oh, there's a bit of contact there, and he's just backed out of it there. Rhodesy letting Iron Max have the run. Very, very well. Great sportsmanship there. Unbelievable etiquette. But now Iron Max on the medium tyres, Rhodesy on the hard. So Rhodesy's going to try to keep as much as he can in behind Iron Max to be pulled along in that slipstream. But now with hard tyres, this dirty air is not going to be Rhodesy's friend, and Iron Max needs to take advantage of this. However, if Iron Max pushes too hard, he's going to lose those tyres by the end of the race. So he needs to start thinking, is it worth trying to fly away now and make enough of a gap so that tyre difference is offset? Or is it worth defending and keeping calm and drawing this battle out? I don't know, because I'm not as good as these guys, but I can't wait to find out. Apache now, 2.5 seconds ahead of Greenster, and looking at it now, 5 laps left of this race. Looking at Apache's tyres, he may have the tyre to go, but there is a part of me that says, regardless, I feel like he could have the freshest of tyres. Something says to me that Apache will always finish the race, whether that's the slap on a soft set of tyres. Is that what we are going to see here, or is he going to manage to pull this back? As I say that, he goes a little bit wide and does very well to keep that car under control. Very good car control there by Apache, but is it too little, too late? Has Apache just misjudged this, and is he now having to try too hard to keep in range of Greenster? The gap from 2.5 seconds is now 3.1. As we look further back, Mia Skinner now. Mia Skinner, 30 fresh meetings. So with 5 laps left, she's doing well. 9 seconds is the gap between herself and Capitan Jinx, and the gap between Capitan Jinx and Mihai is 11. I'm not quite sure what happened. I don't know if it's just good strategy, but we're looking back now. What we have here is a 4 or 5 car difference. Oh man, no! A 4 or 5 car difference between Old Man Stew and Mia Skinner, I was going to say. I'm jumping on board with Old Man Stew, and those cold medium tyres just pushed him a little bit wide, and now he's just struggling to just get back under control. Is Old Man Stew pushing too hard, knowing that what's on the line? Or is it just a simple mistake of dirty tyres made him struggle? It's showing us cat theory. We'll never know, because he's never not going to be in a battle with Mia Skinner. Nearly 5 seconds behind, but not quite. We've got Damo. Damo's medium tyres are going to last the rest of this race. That's never going to be questioned. Damo's done very, very well so far this race. I always think it's not. You see Damo 11th place, it is not indicative of the quality of driver that he is. Same with Eddie Catflap. I might make jokes, but you look at the grid, you see Damo, Eddie Catflap 11th and 12th, and that is no reflection on the ability that they have, because Damo has driven a blinder today. His fuel efficiency and his choice of tyres in relation to that have been brilliant. His consistency and his discipline, brilliant. And looking back as well, Eddie Catflap is the same. The only difference is, that makes the difference, is that this guy at the front, Scotty Ray, nearly 7 seconds clear of Iron Man, with plenty life left in his tyre and enough fuel for the end. And all Scotty Ray has to do now is just keep it on the track, don't do anything special, finish the race. Yet if you look
okay, if I don't get lapped, I've done alright.
Between himself and Iron Max, he's really pushing it to levels he really does not need to, but he's doing it anyway. He's putting on a show because not only does he want the win, he wants the fastest lap, because that 1 point could make all the difference at the end of the race next week. And he knows, being one race down throughout this entire championship, he needs that point. So he's going to make sure that he is pushed consistently to make sure no one gets near it. As now the gap between him and Iron Max is now over 7 seconds. Iron Max again though, doing very, very well. He's on the medium tyres, 3 laps left after this. So he's on his third last lap now. Medium tyres are going to get there. He just needs to focus on not making any mistakes, because if he does, Rhodesy is right behind him, and considering this is only Rhodesy's second week in the Ftwrc, and he unfortunately couldn't finish the race last week. So this, in terms of a feature-length race, in terms of an evening, this could be Rhodesy's first chance at really scoring points, and he's going to do it on the podium. What an unbelievable introduction to the Ftwrc this has been. And again, you see it on the side of his car there, discipline, and that is the name of the game. He hasn't felt pressure by those around him. He hasn't felt the pressure of having to gain positions. He has just done what he needs to do, and he is continuing to do it up on lap 30, 55 minutes into this race, and he's doing exactly what he did in the first. Unbelievable consistency throughout the grid. Now the gap between Apache and Grenster falling over 5 seconds now. Apache knows now that his tyres, his back right is going, his back right is falling apart, but he only needs to complete 2 more laps to cross the line. There is a 10-second gap between himself and Mia Skinner. Mia Skinner has medium tyres with more life than is needed for the rest of this race. So Mia Skinner has the green light to put her foot down to every corner, and that 10-second gap is now 9.5 seconds. So if Apache makes the mistake, Mia Skinner could be jumping up a position here. But Apache, as he comes round now, 2 laps left after this one. 5th position, Apache's riding so far. Not the best weekend it's been for Apache. Well, it's not a weekend Lords, Tuesday. But as he comes into the pits, Apache's coming into the pits. He doesn't think he can last the rest of it. His tyres are nearly gone. So now, as a Mia Skinner comes round, Mia Skinner's not in 6th place anymore. Mia Skinner steps up to P5. So Mia Skinner's in 5th. Old Man Stu is in 10th. Oh my word, I did not see this coming. This has serious ramifications for the title battle ahead. Unbelievable.
I don't know about me needing any CG
so
this
if
week.
Skinner wants to finish,
Tino could do with what's
and Patrick should put up the pit box now. If Mia Skinner was to finish this race in 5th position, and Old Man Stu was to finish this race in 10th, then that would mean Mia Skinner will go into the final week, the final round, 5 points ahead of Old Man Stu. The race started, Old Man Stu 5 points ahead of Mia Skinner. If Mia Skinner holds this position, which as long as the world doesn't end, 15 seconds between her and Grenster, 15 seconds between her and Apache. She just needs 1.5 laps without a mistake, and she will have turned a 5-point deficit into a 5-point advantage. And going into the final week, that is unbelievable. So now Capitan Jinx, 3 seconds, well 2.5 seconds ahead of Mihai. Oh, but Capitan Jinx, there's a lap left, but Capitan Jinx is back by tyres going on holiday. Oh my word, he's skating around on ice, and Mihai sees this all unfolding in front of him on medium tyres, and Mihai now has got the bit between his teeth. Mihai now has an opportunity here to get ahead. Mihai, but that also means, if that happens, if Old Man Stu follows through and keeps him going, that means if Capitan Jinx is staying out, Capitan Jinx is going to try to do the last lap without a rear right tyre. So if he goes, and then the people behind him go through, Old Man Stu. So Old Man Stu now, Capitan Jinx is off! Capitan Jinx is off the track! He's gone off the track, he's spun! That means Old Man Stu, there's a chance Old Man Stu's going to catch up, and I would imagine this is going to happen again because of the yellow flag. So if Old Man Stu manages to do this and he finishes, 3 seconds will be the gap. If Old Man Stu can gain 1 position on this final lap, then the gap will be 3, and that's minimising the gap by 2 points, which is huge in this battle. So Old Man Stu really needs to hope that there's more of him sitting there. You can see him. You can see him. Oh, Capitan Jinx, he can't hold it together. His left tyre's gone on holiday with his right. He's gone. He's got out. And Old Man Stu, he just needs to hold it together. He's only 1 corner behind. Old Man Stu might take this position as Scotty Ray crosses the line for the win. 7 seconds ahead of Iron Max. What a result that is. Rosie on the podium. 3rd place for Rosie. What a performance that has been. As we now see, Grinch across the line in 4th. So that means now, as we see her round the final corner, getting onto the front stretch, we have Mia Skinner coming across the line, 5th place, to score absolutely unbelievably crucial points. And Old Man Stu is up into 9th, which means Old Man Stu is going to reduce that gap from 5 points to 3, and that's massive. And as we see, Capitan Jinx is off again. Capitan Jinx just underestimating the length in those tyres. As we see now, Apache crosses the line, 6th place. Disappointing performance for him. He will not be happy with that. He's done very well, but he just didn't quite get it right again. And Apache knows that this is all up in the air now as Mihai crosses the line. 7th, Scooby, 8th, and Old Man Stu in 9th. Now Capitan Jinx flashing his lights, wobbling around. He's got a handbrake turn over the line. If he didn't, he probably would have spun anyway because he's only got 1 tyre left. And then we look through now, Damo coming across the line. Very good race from Damo. There we go, and again, following up behind. Again, not indicative, not representative of what happened in the race. Him and Damo both driving unbelievably well. It's just so happens that on the front,
there we go.
We have the absolute titan of a driver, that is Scotty Ray, followed by Iron Max. Then Rosie, unbelievably, Rosie thrusting himself up onto the 3rd spot. Onto the podium he goes, the first feature race he's ever completed, and he does it in style. Grenstad follows him, Mia Skinner picking up a 5th position. Unbelievable, crucial. Not only finishing ahead of Apache, but finishing 4 places ahead of Old Man Stu. So like I said now, the gap between Old Man Stu and Mia Skinner going into the final race of the season. Right. Old Man Stu goes into the final week on 133 points. Mia Skinner walks into the final race of the season on 136.
Thank you very much for joining me. I am sorry about the internet going
There
down.
has never been a point
Apparently
in this season
the UK is the
that
3rd
Old Man
world
Stu and
fucking
Mia
country
Skinner
now, and we can't get
reach
stable
out
internet.
and touch each other on the shoulder.
But
unbelievable level of competition.
Something to laugh at tomorrow, even if it's
before,
me.
has the experience, showing exactly how we can do it. Mia Skinner, this is her first league, and she is rose